Is 80% good enough? Hi everybody, my name is Greg Crable and this is my podcast, Something I Learned Yesterday, where I take an issue from the world of publishing and technology and explain it in about 3 or 4 minutes. I've mentioned the Pareto principle before. It's one of those odd quirks about life that sticks with you. It says that 20% of causes bring about 80% of effects. So 20% of your advertising brings in 80% of your ad revenue. 20% of basketball players score 80% of the points. 20% of authors sell 80% of books, and on it goes. It immediately raises the question, why not just do the 20%? If you could make 80% of your income by only working 1 day a week, that would be 20%, wouldn't that be great? And then you could have 5 jobs where you only work 1 day a week on each of them, and you'd end up earning 4 times what you're earning now. It probably doesn't work that way, but keep that concept in mind as I talk about tech stacks. Back when Amazon and Apple were first getting into the magazine business, I was somewhat appalled at their lack of seriousness about it. Magazine fulfillment is incredibly complicated. Apple and Amazon wanted to treat it like selling a toaster. Now, fulfillment systems manage lots of crazy stuff that marketers and circulation experts have dreamed up over the last 50 years. For example, if I give you a gift subscription, I'm the donor and you're the donee. If I have a subscription, I'm a subscribing donor. I might have multiple donees. There might be different gift subscription rates for subscribing and non-subscribing donors. And there might be different rules for when the donor doesn't renew the donee's gift. Who does the renewal notice go to? The donor, the donee, whatever. It gets stupidly complicated, and that's just one example. It got that way because lots of clever people were trying to find small efficiencies. A 1% increase can end up being a lot of money if you're dealing with a magazine with 5 million subscribers. Apple and Amazon came along and said, to heck with all that complicated stuff. There's no reason a magazine has to be that much more complicated than your subscription for coffee or vitamins. We'll just ignore all those little optimizations and make the process less complicated. Now, did Amazon do 20% of the effort and get 80% of the benefit? I'm not sure, maybe. But now let's turn that around and look at it from the other perspective. You heard a presentation on all the cool things you can do with some new technology. Let's say it's a customer data platform. So you make a pitch to buy one. But the CIO, Chief Information Officer, says, we can build 80% of that for 20% of the cost. I'd be inclined to doubt that, but let's take him at his word. Do you do it? Here are 3 things to consider. Number 1, do you want to be in the software business? After you build this thing or cobble it together from a series of plugins and so on, you're going to have to maintain it. Are you ready to do that? That's a long-term commitment. Number 2, are you expecting to sell your company anytime soon? The buyer might not want a homegrown monkey on his back. Number 3, do you want to build a platform for growth through acquisitions? It will probably be easier to incorporate your acquisitions into commercial software than into your homegrown solution, for the simple reason that the commercial solution has worked with lots of different companies while your homegrown solution was built with only you in mind. Now, on the other hand, of course, the commercial solution might be like that professional fulfillment system that has a zillion functions you'll never use. It's a hard question, but here's my advice. If you expect to sell your company, or if you want to build a platform for growth, stick with the professional software. If you anticipate being a relatively small and independent shop, then consider the smaller solution, but you're going to have to get used to the fact that you won't be able to do everything you might like to do because your software will be holding you back. Now, software is going to hold you back no matter what, but the odds are that your homegrown solution will hold you back a little bit more than the commercial solution. So that's my perspective. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Drop something in the comments or give me a call. And if there's some way I can help you with your business, my contact information is on the next page. Thanks so much.